It's a real good day to be a Colts fan. Jonathan Taylor speaking to the media while still on the pup list. He doesn't have to speak to the media right now. He decided he wanted to speak to the media today, whether that was his decision or the Colts, however that works. Again, he doesn't have to. He chose that he wanted to speak to the media is the way this happened. So there's some good quotes here. Press conference, for all I know, could still be happening. I would assume it's over by now. I was doing live updates on Twitter, trying to see what I can get. There hasn't been any quotes in the last few minutes, so this is what we have so far. Starting here with a tweet from George Bremer, where JT said, quote, "It's the media's job to speculate. The only thing that matters is the people within these walls." Now, that there is a statement that if you had been hearing what the national media was saying all this time, you don't think Jonathan Taylor's saying something like that. You would think that he hates everybody in the building, right? He doesn't want anything to do with the Colts in any fashion. That statement right there tells you that he's just worried about the guys in the building. He's worried about his teammates. And he says more stuff like that, right? Like Jonathan Taylor from Joel Erickson on Twitter, quote, "If somebody wasn't committed, they wouldn't be here. I'm here." Now, there's another tweet from George Bremer that said, quote, "I'm here right now, and my number one thing is to take care of my teammates. What this city needs is a championship, and that's what I'm here to do." Hey, let's go. Okay, JT coming back talking about championships before he even steps on the field. Let's go. What? Yeah, need all that energy, right? If he's coming back, he thinks he's 100% healthy, right? I'm scrolling through here. I know there's one where he's talking about being 100% healthy. Yeah, here we go. Got a series of tweets here. Laura Overton on Twitter, quote, "Feels really good to finally be healthy, to be able to do what I love, going through that journey. A lot said and done, but the overall goal was to be healthy." And then, as James Boyd and George Bremer note on Twitter, Jonathan Taylor indicates that he's 100% healthy, and the goal the whole time was just to get healthy. Now, the other good news coming out of this, Jonathan Taylor also said that the contract situation is an off-season thing. So he's not even worried about talking about the contract. Whatever discussions have been had, like he's come around, right? He's willing to take care of his contract situation in the offseason, whether that means he's just going to play for the Colts and then see what his options are in the offseason, or if we're really going to try to get in contract talks with JT in the offseason. I feel like a lot of that's going to depend on what happens for the rest of the season. Can he stay healthy, of course? But something interesting that was said, something that leads me to believe he'll be on the field this Sunday. He said, "I'm not here to talk about contract stuff. We have the Titans on Sunday." And he echoed those sentiments in another quote where he said, quote, "The season is here. We've got the Tennessee Titans on the clock." So it seems like right now he's completely focused on preparing for the Titans. He's getting back on the practice field today. And hey, I think we got Jonathan Taylor back, baby. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if we see Zach Moss start week 5, right? And Jonathan Taylor comes in and kind of plays like Trey Sermon has, right? Just play a couple of snaps here and there, take some pressure off of Zach Moss when he needs to rest, like ease Jonathan Taylor back into this. We don't need to go crazy with it. We don't need to, re-injure that ankle or give it a good chance of being re-injured early, right? Like one of the big issues here is the fact that he felt like the Colts pushed him to get back on the field when that ankle wasn't ready last year. So I think a good way to go about this situation, ease him back into it. So Zach Moss very easily could start. JT could be very limited in week 5, but it does sound like, at least right now, that JT is going to be back on the field come week 5 here against the Titans. And it's going to be for the home crowd. The home crowd, I hope people aren't going to be salty, man. I hope people come out and are loud, man, loud. Cheer loud for Jonathan Taylor. Let him know that we still got his back. We still love him. We still welcome him. Like, he's a stud. And if we can re-sign him, that'd be great. Okay, because there's another tweet that I saw, a rumor alert tweet. It was NFL notify at NFL notify, NFL notifications, Twitter. And I don't know if this is a reliable source. I'm just gonna put that out there. I don't know if this is a reliable source, but this says the Colts view the AFC South as being, quote, extremely winnable, and have been impressed by the team's production through the first quarter of the season. The Colts are far more open to re-signing Jonathan Taylor than they were before the season, and it's no longer viewed as an unlikely scenario. I love everything about that. Okay. The fact that Jonathan Taylor might get paid by the Colts again. Don't know how realistic that is. We'll have to see what happens this season, see, how he talks throughout the season. Very non-committal to the Colts in his press conference, but you kind of had to expect that. He's not going to lean one way or the other. He's got to keep as much leverage as possible for himself at the end of the day. So it'll be interesting see what happens going forward. But it seems like we have Jonathan Taylor back in the lineup, and we're going to have Jonathan Taylor possibly here against the Titans. It sure sounds that way, at least in a limited fashion. Again, that's what I would expect is Jonathan Taylor to come off the bench and be more of a limited factor like Trey Sermon has. If we get more of that, and if Jonathan Taylor is completely, he says he's 100% healthy, right? At this point, it's just getting back into football shape. So I love where we're at with this situation. I love that we've gotten to this point. Stephen Holder was on ESPN last night talking about how the relationship is mended a lot, right? He was somebody, Stephen Holder was somebody that was reporting, a month or two ago about how the relationship was super broken and didn't seem like it was at a place where it could be fixed. And then Chris Ballard held his press conference. He talked about how they wanted to fix the relationship. He thought it could be fixed, and that, this is like family, right? The Colts organization is a family-oriented football business. So at the end of the day, coming out talking about, this is like family. We have disagreements. We can figure this out. Gave me hope for the future. And we're working towards getting to the point of what Chris Ballard was talking about. So hopefully Jonathan Taylor can come out, be himself. Hopefully we can get a dub here against the Titans. We'll be doing the pregame preview tomorrow. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to get you guys a practice report from today. If you're newer to the channel, I do have a day job, do have to go do that. But if I can get you guys a video about the practice report, I'll do that. If not, that'll be first thing tomorrow, and then we'll do game preview there in the afternoon. All right, and we're closing in on 900 subscribers. If you're newer to the channel, if you're returning and haven't subscribed and you enjoy the content, please hit that subscribe button. It's a great free way to support the channel, and I can't tell you guys how much it means to have the support of Colts Nation through this season. Okay, so with that said, as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.